Alex Smith, not done playing football, but clearly is done playing for the Washington football team. I already thought they were going to cut him, Charean, and it dawned on me last week the Bears make the most sense for Alex Smith because he knows Matt Nagy, knows the offense. $19 million is the compensation package this year for Alex Smith. Here's what he said in an interview with GQ. When I decided to come back, I definitely threw a wrench in the team's plan, Washington football team 2020. They didn't see it, didn't want me there, didn't want me to be a part of it, didn't want me to be on the team, the roster, didn't want to give me a chance. Mind you, it was a whole new regime. They came in. I'm like the leftovers, and I'm hurt, and I'm this liability. Heck no, they didn't want me there. At that point, as you can imagine, everything I'd been through, I couldn't have cared less about all that. Whether you like it or not, I'm giving this a go at this point. You may ask yourself, why in the hell was he even on the team then if they didn't want him? His salary was guaranteed for last year. Injury guarantee. They weren't getting out from under it. He didn't pass a physical before it became fully guaranteed. That's why he was still there. And I love this aspect of the story. This is a great final 20 minutes of the movie that inevitably will be produced, how he's hell-bent to come back and play, and at every turn, Washington football team officials are like, damn it, oh, really? Really? This guy, really? We have to play this guy? We want to move on. We want to lay the foundation for the future, and they get to the playoffs with Alex Smith. I just think that part of it's awesome, but it tells me he will be cut. I feel even more strongly about this one. He will be cut before March 17, Charean.
Yeah, I have no doubt, Mike, and it certainly sounds like he wants to continue his career. He'll be 37 in May, but he proved he can come back, and he proved that he can be a starting quarterback in this league. Now, I don't know that he goes somewhere that he can start. Chicago, perhaps, and compete with Nick Foles, as you said. That makes the most sense simply because he does know that offense. But I do see Washington moving on from him. I mean, you've seen all the signs of this, and you look at what it took actually for him to play last year. I mean, we said, well, it's a success that he's even made the roster, right? And then he finally gets on the field in week 5, I think it was. And we said, oh, what a success. He's won comeback player of the year. He's gotten on the field. But, you know, it took Dwayne Haskins being benched, Kyle Allen being injured for Alex Smith even to get his chance. He goes 5-1. As a starter, the stats weren't great. I mean, he had more interceptions than he had touchdowns, and he ranks near the bottom of every category there. But, you know, it was a successful story. There's no question about that, with leading them to the playoffs. And then he doesn't get to play the playoff game because Tyler Hinkey starts that game because Alex Smith is hurt with that calf injury. So Washington ended up starting 4 quarterbacks last year, Mike. I know they'd like to find some stability at that position. Alex Smith is not who they're looking for, and I'm with you. I think they move on from Alex Smith, and Alex Smith plays another year somewhere else.
Do you think that they're interested in Cam Newton in Washington with the presence of Ron Rivera and Marty Herney, or was 9 years enough for both sides in Carolina?
Well, they had a chance to do it last year, right? And they didn't do it. And I don't know, maybe they've seen enough in New England to think, well, we bring him back. We know they're in on all these quarterbacks. They definitely want an upgrade at the starting quarterback position. They're going to have Tyler Hinkey back. We know that. Kyle Allen more than likely comes back. So they're going to have those 2 guys back. And then you add the veteran on top of that. And I think they think, especially the division they're in, Mike, that they can win with whoever they start at quarterback. But they can't win a Super Bowl with whoever they start at quarterback. It's got to be an upgrade over what they had last year. And to me, Cam Newton certainly is an upgrade over what they had at quarterback last year when you consider all the different quarterbacks they started, Mike.
Yeah, I agree with you, and that's just another example of why this offseason is going to be so crazy. Every team taking a step back, it seems like, other than a small handful, and saying, what do we have at quarterback? What are we going to do? Who else is out there? It's unprecedented to this degree, and it may be the new normal.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.